Troubleshooting issues of suspension. Hey folks! Let us talk about troubleshooting issues of suspension today. It's not easy to have your business listed in Google's live search. There are numerous challenges that one may confront. It may feel as though one is bouncing through hoops. It's possible that your channel will be suspended as a result. There are two sorts of suspensions, soft suspension and hard suspension. In the former, since you violated Google's criteria, you no longer have control over the listing, but your ranking does not suffer. The other option is hard suspension, which means your whole listing, including any reviews, photographs, and content, has been erased. The following are the infractions that might result in your account being suspended. Forwarded websites or phone numbers that are incorrect. Tempted to send traffic to a URL or business that isn't yours. You should not do so. Do not supply phone numbers or URLs that link customers to landing pages or phone numbers other than those of the actual business, including pages built on social media sites. According to Google standards, otherwise, it will result in suspension. Virtual offices are not listed. If you want to list your business online, make sure you have a contact person and a real location where clients may visit. During the specified business hours, your team should be present at the venue. If you don't and are still listed, it's regarded dishonest and your listing will be suspended. There are a few exceptions. There are certain exceptions, such as express mail drop boxes, ATMs, and video rental kiosks. But they still need to include contact information so that customers can get help. Seasonal businesses are also eligible for listings, but they must have permanent signage in place all year. Providing inaccurate information. Information is a fundamental means by which searchers learn about you. Ensure that NPA, such as name, phone number, and address, are right. Apart from that, the URL and category of the website should be precise and consistent. Even the tiniest difference might cost you consumers. The primary category pertains to a high-risk industry. Certain restricted items, such as pyrotechnics, gun merchants, nicotine, and so on, are sensitive or contentious in some way. Some firms are considered dangerous by Google. Google's guidelines specify that regulated businesses and services are okay as long as age and regional limits are in place. There are several listings for the same business. If you have many pages for the same business, it's best to delete the duplicate one. Otherwise, Google will be able to remove both listings. Ownership. Any type of business that does not use its own property or uses such a site, such as social/hobbyist programs in a community center, does not have the right to represent. According to Google standards, these types of listings are not acceptable. So, how can you avoid being suspended? The preceding arguments make it quite simple and evident. Giving misleading information or engaging in dishonest activities in order to advance in business will not help you get very far. To avoid having your listing suspended, you must be truthful. How can I get my GMB listing back? When a GMB listing is suspended, the business representative is perplexed. Because Google's policy requires them to not mention the reason for the suspension and only state that it is due to policy breaches. The owner's only option is to re-verify the listing with a fine-tooth comb, no matter how obscure it may be. If your listing has multiple infractions, it may take several suspensions to address all of the concerns. It is preferable to thoroughly re-verify in order to avoid repeat bans. If you're going through a difficult suspension, it's a good idea to seek assistance from the Google My Business forum. Prepare to show that you follow all GMB listing requirements to the letter. Thanks for listening. Join our Facebook group My Learning Center and subscribe to our channel My Learning Center on YouTube.